What's up? What's happening?
And welcome back to another episode of DMT Reviews. I'm Sam Butler, he's Jack Anderson, and we're reviewing the Falcon as well as the Winter Soldier.
Yes, both of them at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got to say, if I was going to rate them both, I would give Sam a 9 and Bucky a solid smoldering 8.
Yeah, I think I could get on board with that.
Yeah,
100%.
smoldering 8. And I think it's because of the age.
Yeah,
That's
right.
where he loses the point.
That makes sense. And he doesn't have the long hair anymore. You know,
Yeah.
who is this fucking guy?
And also, Sam would have been a solid 10 if he had just taken the mantle of being Captain America. You
That's
lose
true.
a point. You lose a point. He would have been, causing floods down the road with any woman he passed if he was Captain America.
That's what I'm saying, and I get it. There's a barrier to entry with shields. You know, not many people use them. They are not a frequent tool, so I could get how he's intimidated by it. But he uses the wings as a shield all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He knows how to use a fucking
It's
shield.
a very easy thing to,
ridiculous.
add to your repertoire as a
Especially
falconed man.
when that shield is what, a third the weight of metal or something like that?
Yeah,
Something
it was
weird.
something like that. Ultra light.
Yeah.
And so, that's the thing. It's like either his wings better be vibranium or he better get that damn shield.
That's true.
We don't know about the wings yet.
Yeah.
Still waiting to hear back about the wings.
One thing I'll say about Sam Wilson in this show is he's a murderer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he kills.
He loves murder.
Yeah, it's
It's more than just that he murders people. It's just that he had a lot of fun doing it.
We've got two stories going on here. We have Bucky atoning for his past sins, the murders that he has committed upon
Yes.
people,
The
and
lives he's ruined.
we have Sam just flying amok, throwing people into canyons, blowing up helicopters. He opened one parachute, I'll give him that, and then didn't save, and went out of his way to kill everybody
Every single
else.
person otherwise. And, he really would have loved to have killed George St. Pierre, but Batrock's leaping.
Yep, got to leap away, you know?
He's leaping away.
I wish they would call him the kangaroo.
And then, right?
I wish they would
Why
just...
not?
everything else is anthropomorphized, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's get him the kangaroo kicker.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
I mean, you change him from French to Australian. Why not?
Why not?
Like, good eye, mate.
He could-
Doing.
He doesn't have any lines. I mean,
No.
come on.
Yeah, he had that one line where he said he was going to kill the guy in the cockpit for seeing Sam. And he
true.
was just like, oh, did you see that? It's like, no, and I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you for saying that. Just a lot of unreasonable expectation. in
Yeah,
this universe.
unreasonable expectations. And then, but then when it comes for fucking Sam, he's just like, you know what? I'm going to blow up every helicopter. I'm not going to crash every helicopter. I'm going to absolutely blow them the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right?
If they're not on fire by the time they hit the ground, I did this wrong.
I'm going to direct missiles into it. I'm going to fire my own missiles with Red Wing. And everybody is going to die for this one guy that they're holding hostage.
I gotta say, I bet you he killed at least 20 people in that
Easily.
scene. Yeah, for
Easily.
sure.
And like Cap in the Lemurian Star scene at the beginning of Winter Soldier,
Right.
A lot of those people died. But it was presented in such a way that it's just like, if they died off screens of internal bleeding and hemorrhaging.
We got to get
inside.
kids to come see this movie.
You know,
I mean, come on.
These people were vaporized.
Yeah.
They don't have bodies to send home to loved ones
But like we
because
said,
of the Falcon.
like we said, unless somebody goes into a helicopter propeller, this is not a Captain America film.
And he had like 6 helicopters to throw someone
He
into.
sure did. I
And
mean,
he didn't.
He blew them all up. He shot them in the propeller, but that's not throwing a person into the propeller
They
like
need
Steve Rogers
to
would.
be blendered.
Yep.
All right?
Can you imagine these guys who, I bet you a good chunk of them had gotten blipped, right? They
Right.
had been part of it. They come back, they get back to their antics, and then they just get thrown out of a helicopter by an Avenger and die. I mean, he took one guy, grabbed him and threw him against a big pillar in the canyon. And I mean, they were high in the air when he
And they
did that.
didn't really have parachutes. I mean, they had
No.
those flying squirrel suits, but if you get slammed into this giant rock face, you're not pulling your parachute.
Yeah. This is the thing. People are like, DC's dark, Marvel's soft. And I'm like, yeah, Marvel might not like play up the darkness like DC does, but they kill everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
They wiped out half of their roster.
Yeah. In significant fashion.
Yeah. And so, like, that's the thing is, I was saying while we were watching it, I'm like, it seemed like when Infinity War rolled around, or at least even Civil War, they were like, all right, these kids are growing up.
Right.
It's been 12 years since Marvel started. We're gonna make these people grow up fast.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, with this stuff, it's like, wow. And I mean, WandaVision, that shit was dealing with hardcore trauma.
Yeah, very much
and
so.
grief.
Yeah, and that the mind control aspect of it, I think they really did a good job and were trying as hard as they could to play it up. Because I mean, again, it's fucked up. She's literally puppeting these people, and they don't stand a chance. They can't do anything against it. And that's what's really interesting about the direction they're taking with these post Endgame films. I would even put Spider-Man into this. I keep calling films, TV shows and films. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just the most expensive TV show in the world.
Exactly. That's all it really is.
With like 2-hour-long episodes.
Yeah, and I mean, in theory, let's say the Marvel Universe is one big TV show. What are we on? Season 12, I think? Would be 12 years? Yeah. 12, 13 years. But I mean, we
this
took
will
a
be
year
season
off.
13.
We technically took a year off.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. So
happens.
yes, this is season 12.
We'll call it the writer's strike. Anyway,
Yeah.
what they're doing is they
or
are...
Family Guy getting canceled and brought back.
Yep. And the thing is, it's cool because they're looking at... They really are diving into the world post-blip. You know what I mean? Like, the blip is going to be a huge deal because it should be a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, it is something that... I mean... Now we're in a place with Marvel where it's kind of starting to detach from our reality, which I think is really exciting because while we were in the Avengers phase and it needed to be pretty grounded to keep us invested, and whatnot, and with the characters, now, and again, if you just keep doing that same thing, it's going to get old. So they're doing a great job they've given themselves like this new, area of the sandbox, and they're fully diving into it, and that's what's interesting with this is, whatever Zemo's got going on with these people who are basically like, because didn't they say that the world was run as just pretty much one government?
Weren't they called like the flag smashers or something?
Something like that.
And they wanted the world to go back to how it was before or after the blip.
Right.
And, because I guess borders just disappeared. They were just like, I can't take care of this land. I don't care.
I'm so sad, and I don't know how to do this.
We are so far apart from people.
I mean, it's fucked up, man. Also, another fucked up thing. Cap, super soldier, right? He kicks someone, he's going to kill him by consequence. You know what I mean? He's just that
hemorrhages, internal bleeding.
Unless he is actively trying not to kill someone, he's going to kill him. Sam is a guy, okay? And Sam is kicking some fucking ass, which means he is training to murder people. You got to understand, he's at the jiu-jitsu studio, and he's murdering his fellow, guys. I mean, maybe not quite 100% to death, but he's getting himself ready.
Well, it makes you wonder what kind of training stuff they have at the Avengers facility. That's the one side of the Avengers that the cartoons have showed that this hasn't.
It's exactly right.
It's the training rooms.
That's true.
The X-Men had their training room. They showed that in the movies.
Right.
Where's the training room for the Avengers?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I love how they're treating the combat with these like lower scale people. They did the same thing with Cap, right? Where like at first it was like, we don't really know what to do, but we know he hits hard and we're going to put people on wires and send them flying and it'll look like he kicked him, 10 feet.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wait, CGI exists. And we can really use some stunt choreography with that to make him look like he's fucking people up. They are finally doing that with Sam. And I mean, they did it with Bucky to a good extent. Bucky was actually maybe kind of the first because that Cap versus Bucky fight in Winter Soldier for me was like, they got it. They figured they know how to do this now. And so we get a little bit of that, we get a little bit of Bucky assassinating and whatnot. But the way that they they give themselves the time, and I noticed this with Wanda and Vision at the end of WandaVision 2, they give themselves the time to figure out how do these characters fight? How did they do it? How can we evolve it? How can we make these action sequences almost story-like? Because for me, that's where like a movie will lose me, is if the action's just way too abstract. We're talking a lot of DC movies, a lot of Transformer movies.
Yeah.
Just so much CGI. I can't. I'm like, what?
And the editing is so rapid that you can't even like process one frame of a shot.
Yeah, exactly. I see this and I'm like, I mean, you want to get real like meta film critic with it. It's like, I see that.
Metacritic.
Metacritic, hashtag copyright. You see that Sam has been working on his shit. You know what I mean? Like, to see them make these active jumps and improvements in combat. You could look at it as a new stunt coordinator and blah, blah. Or you could look at the characters and be like, they're figuring themselves out. Which is very exciting.
Especially because, like, Sam was grounded in Winter Soldier and then called back into action, and then in Civil War he was an Avenger
Mhm.
and an Ant-Man, but
You know.
in Infinity War as well. But it was all that stuff that it was like he's still the sidekick,
Right. Well, and it was a lot of
Yeah.
how can we use the wings to kind of swing them in and kick someone and
Stab
Yeah.
someone.
exactly. The Russos love the wings, but now with Carrie, what's her name? The director of these. Of this
Kari
show?
Skoglund, I
Kari
think.
Skoglund. She's got this figured out. Okay, Sam is fucking awesome in his fighting.
Mhm.
He's jumping around. He's doing the things with the wings, but like
He's doing the things with the wings.
things with the wings. And we got a little bit of that in Civil War. Like we got some tastes of it, but now it's like he's got that down. And of course, in this episode, this was an introductory episode, so we got some good combat and whatnot, but nothing too crazy. It just only is getting me excited for what is to come because you know
Mhm.
Marvel shit, it crescendos.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, like, the thing is, with this show, is what you were saying before, is that it wasn't getting a whole lot of respect. Everyone's all hyped about Loki. Everyone's been hyped about WandaVision. Everyone's all up about even the Black Widow movie. And then they're
Right.
just like, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's the sidekick show. And it's just like, no.
You don't get it.
These are the new Captain Americas.
Yeah. Cap's gone. Okay, these guys are the heroes now.
Yeah,
Now-
but we didn't have a confirmed kill, buddy.
No,
We didn't
no.
get a confirmed kill on Cap. They didn't say he was dead. They just said he was gone.
Yeah.
He could just be retired. He could be kicking it at Tony's cabin, raising little Morgan.
You never know. I mean, because I think the Russos explained it where he basically went to that different timeline to be with Peggy, and he came back to that timeline to like Sam and Bucky's to give him the shield.
And then went back.
I don't know. See, that's where they kind of left it open ended. I'm like, did he jump back? Was Peggy dead in that world? And that's when he finally decided to do this.
I feel like that would have been the more logical thing. It's like, all right, I don't have anything left on this timeline. I'm
Yeah.
fucking out of here, baby. Now I can go give Sam the shield and, say bye.
Do you think in that case, if this is a different timeline and he went back to the 1970s to drop off the Tesseract, they have not found Captain America yet. So while he's there with Peggy doing his thing, there's a Captain America running around doing all the Avengers stuff. Because that was the thing about bringing the stones back was so that nothing changed. So he's in a unit. So he's like talking to Peggy. He's like, check it out. They're going to invade New York. Okay. And it's going to get wild.
Yeah.
Can
That
you
would be
imagine?
awesome.
He's calling everything as it goes.
Like, watch what I do here.
Just so calm, just like I know what's gonna happen.
I've been there. I've
been
done
there.
that.
I
That's
mean,
my past.
how do you think I'm here now? Okay,
and he like you know what would be actually really funny too is if he like developed a really horrible gambling addiction because he started gambling on games that he thought he knew the results of, but he didn't keep the stats. It's not like a true Back to the Future thing. He's like, I think I remember this game. I'm going all in on
Right.
the Buccaneers.
hey, he remember that one game when he wakes up at the end of First Avenger? You
That's
know?
true, but it was
Amazing.
also like 5 years ago to him.
That's fair. That's fair. He's like, I got this. I
It's
know.
like, I can at least remember the games that were going on 2012
He's watching.
to
He's like,
23.
I think Russell Wilson throws a touchdown here. I think the Seahawks beat the Patriots.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm putting all my money on it. Okay, yeah. No, he's like they hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch for sure. I remember. I was super into that game. Blows his entire all his money.
entire
Him and
money.
Peggy are poor.
They're just destitute. They don't have any kids. They don't have anything. And it's because stupid Steve. And then Peggy's like, Steve, you have to sell the shield. You have to hawk the shield to make rent. It's like, fuck you. This shield means something. And one day I'm going to give it back to my friends.
I'm gonna give it to the bird guy. I'm gonna give it to him.
I'm going to give it back to Bucky. She's like, Bucky?
You've been saying Sam this whole time.
Like, but Bucky's dead. No, he's not. Spoiler alert, he's been doing a
He's
lot of
back.
murder.
Oh yeah, I could stop him from killing Tony's parents. I could knowingly go do that. I'm not gonna because you know that fucks shit up.
Yeah, those were the best memes that were coming out. Is like whenever there was some sort of disaster that happened, and it just shows Steve at dinner. Like it was from some other movie that Chris Evans and he's like, more mashed potatoes? Like 9/11's happening, and he's just like, ooh, nobody could have seen that coming.
Whoa.
Big yikes.
What if he doesn't tell Peggy? Like he's just like, I'm back. No, it's just medical. They fixed me. I'm good. I'm back. She's like, cool, cool. And then in 2012, they find him, and she's like, what? What?
Oh, and then like Tony gets on for the
He's a
press
fake.
conference. Yeah.
But he's fighting with the Avengers.
It's like trick of the picture.
Trick of the
man.
picture. Come on.
They have an actor.
It's a movie. Okay?
There's a possibility that there's someone else who looks just like me running around in that costume.
And maybe he's just a super athlete. Okay.
Tony gets up there on the podium for his press conference after killing Obadiah. And then he's just like, hey, Peggy, he's Iron Man.
He's Iron
She's
Man.
like, no way. He's saying it's a bodyguard. It's like, he goes, I am Iron Man. And he goes, see?
She's just like,
What'd I tell you?
what?
I have a gut urge,
You
and
know
I
me.
know.
I'm
I
a
know.
historical man.
Sure, I might have been the Star-Spangled Man, but now I'm the time-traveling man. I know what happens when and where and why.
This needs to be a show in and of itself.
It
This
just
Cap
does.
dealing
Just get
with-
Chris Evans. It'll be the lowest
Get Chris
budget
Evans
Marvel
and Haley
property.
Atwell.
It'll be the lowest budget Marvel property because all they have to show is rerun footage on a news channel. So it's got the whales going through New York and shit, and he's just like, ooh, good thing we don't live in New York.
Yeah, call it Cap Goes Back. I'm into it. I want this show.
Cap to the future.
That's going to be the new 2023 slate for Marvel. It's going to be that and the Jimmy Woo X-Files.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Oh my god! And part of the Jimmy Woo X-Files is trying to figure out where Captain America went. Like,
Well, speaking of that, I mean, that's actually something that they are wondering in the show.
where'd he go?
Where'd it go, you know?
Is he on the moon,
Mhm.
Dr. Manhattan style? That's what they're saying.
Right.
That's what the conspiracy theorists are theorizing.
It was basically like, yeah, there he is at Tony's funeral. And then they were like, where'd he go?
Places.
He's... Wait, did you fly him to the moon, Sam?
Plenty of times. I just love that. It's just like, they're saying that you like flew him to the moon and he's living on a compound out there. It's like, by himself? There's not enough TV or porn in the world to put someone up there in isolation.
He just fought a massive army of aliens. A
Christ.
disaster. Multiple times, actually. He's fought these aliens, at least 3 times.
Right.
The first place he wants to go is be alone in space.
Right.
That's what he wants to do after fucking Thanos.
Yeah. The first time he goes to space was to go cut off Thanos' head, and then that's it. So
Yeah.
he's like, second time to space, I'm going to go be isolated for a long time.
I'm gonna go live on the moon.
I'm going to go live on the moon.
Why? I just want to, okay?
Like, I've been captain of America for so long. I want to be a captain of the moon.
I want to watch you. That's what he says. He's up there watching us. What's he watching?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like,
what? How much watching can he do from the moon versus from how much he could do on the ground? You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like all the information you can get that you would get on the moon, you can get on Earth because satellites
I gotta
are
say,
all over the place.
I gotta say, conspiracy theorists in the MCU fucking suck at coming up with conspiracy theories.
They're
real bad at
they're
it.
real bad, but Marvel
They
fans,
would have figured out Hydra way sooner if they were good conspiracy theorists
We need Marvel
and not coming
fans
up
to
with
be them.
Moon Man shit.
What if he had been like? I heard that he like went into a multiverse thing, and he's hanging out with people called the X-Men, and I don't know. There's like a Professor X.
I'm telling you, they're not telling us this stuff. There's this thing called the Nexus, all right? And it is the hub to the multiverse, all right? That means there are unlimited universes with unlimited potentials of characters and combinations in the world.
There's already been an anomaly in Westview, New Jersey. Okay?
I knew it. They're not talking about it in the news, but I know it.
Turns out that
You think
guy-
I'm sitting over here with a tinfoil hat like, oh, this superhero shit's all wacky-dacky? No way. The Scarlet Witch is real, and I will prove it. And we will burn her at the stake.
Turns out he's right. He's totally right. Fucking going to the moon.
Going to the moon.
Oh my God. So should we get into the episode piece by piece?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's slice.
Slicey dicey. Opening scene, Jack. What is it?
I think it's them. What's Sam doing? He's,
It's Sam getting ready for
yeah.
the funeral.
Oh, that's right. He's
Or at least it makes us think it's a funeral. It's actually the Smithsonian
that's
exhibit.
right. He puts the shield into the bag. What could that bag be designed for? Anything other than the shield?
Yeah, because
no.
it looked like a bowling bag,
Yeah.
but just the shape of a shield. Like the only other thing I could think of is the bag we store our Christmas wreath in.
Sure.
Christmas wreath in. I fucking hate that.
So what do people think he's carrying around? Do they think he's just got a Christmas wreath in a leather bag that he's just...
Man.
Is that guy the Falcon? What is that?
What is that? Are those like vinyls? He doesn't keep his vinyls in their sleeves. They're going to get scratched. They're going to get really scratched.
Why are you doing this?
Does he just like keep his bike wheel in there? I mean, he's the Falcon. He doesn't have to bike anywhere.
He can fly anywhere he wants.
I mean, I get it. Some people who can't fly, they take their bike wheel off so nobody steals it. Sure. But Falcon?
No.
He's got the power of flight, anti-gravity on his side.
No,
he's just walking around with a bike?
He needs his bicycle.
Give me a break!
I love it. He's basically screaming that at Sam, if you think about it.
Honestly.
Actually, he's screaming at Cap directly. But
At Cap directly, but,
Sam's been egging Cap on this whole time.
Yeah. It was Donnie Cheeds who really went in on Sam.
It's true. Cap was sitting there. Cap was like, I think I'm going to sign these. And Sam was like, no, dude. And he was like, you're right. And that was the end of it.
He's like, are you a bitch? Here, I thought you were Captain America, but I guess you're a soggy little bitch.
Just push Cap.
He just bullies him into not signing the Accords. Like, oh, yeah, you want to be within the law? You don't want to be gangster? You don't want to be an outlaw and save the world on your own time?
Fucking square.
What a nerd. Fucking, this is what I get for hanging out with crackers. Fuck that.
You're going to hang out with the guy with the white mustache and the bebop suit? Okay, sure.
Also, I love that they set Don Cheadle after him in that scene because it was like, they were like, well, if anybody yells at Sam, it could be problematic in someone's eyes. So we got to have some black on black crime here.
You got to. I mean, it happens. It's a very real thing in the world.
People are going to be like, hey, I don't like the tone Tony was using.
I mean, the only other person you could have used was probably Vision, but he kind of yells at everybody in a very condescending way.
I mean, Vision is the biggest minority there.
It's true. It's true. I don't know.
He doesn't even make up a fraction of a percent.
No, he's not a person. I mean, he's really not. He's an android. A beep boop.
A beep boop bop.
So then he packs it up, and then I believe they're on the plane.
Yep. Goes to the plane. He's being real snarky darky to the guy. Jumps out.
Just very similar to Cap and Winter Soldier.
Absolutely,
before they go to get Batroc the Leaper, but
paid homage.
And he flies. He's got super dope wings now. He's got real like bird wings.
Yeah, they look like they have actual feathers.
And they work well. I like these wings a lot. He's got little thrusters in the backpack, which I know he's had before, but now they seem very effective.
Yeah.
And he
Red
flies.
Wing is deadly.
Very deadly. Yeah.
Rockets and all.
Yep.
Rockets and a little minigun.
I know, right? And that thing is 5 years old. I mean, I think most of Sam's stuff is still pretty old. You'd have to think. How long does this take place post Endgame? Do we know? I know they
didn't really mention.
Yeah, we just know it is post Endgame. We know it's PostBlip. It seems
but
pretty
he didn't
soon.
have these wings in Endgame, though, right?
No, definitely not. Yeah.
So.
He just had to, and unless somebody was like working on them while he was gone, they're like, well, we need another Falcon. Because it seems that the MCU replaces their superheroes with the exact same superheroes.
100%.
And we'll get into that in a little bit. But
I mean, it's been bad enough that their superheroes have been fighting dudes with identical powers for so long.
So, people were like, we need another Falcon. I mean, we had one. We got to get another one.
Yeah, who's going to be the anti-Falcon? Is he going to be called the Eagle?
Yeah, right. That's all Tony did for the 5 years was just make everybody's stuff again.
Yeah.
He's just
like, fucking...
It's like, I miss Sam. I feel bad. We didn't really get along that well.
I locked him up.
Oh, jeez.
I told Vision to kill him, but he didn't.
And he didn't. He hit my best friend, and then I shot him. That was awkward.
I feel like I owe him a pair of wings.
Yeah. If he were ever here, he would definitely like them. And
I love you 3000 is inscribed on the inside of
the wings. it's Sam. I love you 3000.
I love you 3000. Heart Tony.
Tony. TS.
TS.
What? He's like, I thought.
What the fuck does that mean? Does he think I'm Andre 3000 or something? I take real high exception to that. I'm more of a Marvin Gaye guy, not an Outcast guy.
These are the scenes that we don't see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
These are the scenes we deserve to see, though.
Just get Robert Downey Jr. not to be in the show.
XOXOTS on the inside of his wig. He's like, can one of you guys buff this out? It's like, dude, that's made of like that one part of your wing is actually made of vibranium. We have nothing to smooth that out. That inscription is there to stay. He's like, "Pshing," and he's like blocking with the shield, and it's right in front of his face. He's like, God damn it, Tony, fucking asshole.
I still hate this dude.
This fucking douche.
Yeah, he snapped.
Give me a break.
So Falcon's flying, and he's popping up onto the tops of airplanes that apparently have hostage soldiers in it, or hostage soldier.
Honestly, it was a more graceful version of the opening sequence of Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Because it's still just hurts my brain with that scene. They're like, they're going to make it look like it's going to be a plane crash, but they're losing the wings and the tail like a good 30 miles behind the rest of the plane while they're inside doing their shit. And the plane's going to have bullet holes and all that shit in it. This one was a lot more elegantly done. Batroc figured out how to hijack a plane midair without making it look stupid.
That's right. And he did it simply. And the guy that was flying got spooked when he saw a man on top of the plane, just peeking his head in. He was freaked out.
He was like, I honestly thought I was going to get carjacked.
Yeah, like, what?
He was going to rob me.
Yikes.
I'm not amused.
With vision on that one.
Jokes, man, jokes.
Jokes, JKs, JK lols. And so he's up there, he's doing his thing, flies back, notices the people, gets in, kicks ass, as we've mentioned ad nauseum. And then Batroc is in a squirrel suit with everybody else. They whoosh, they go flying. I didn't know there were so many soldiers in there.
I know.
He kicks a lot of people's ass.
Well, and that was the thing.
There's still like 8 of them.
Yeah, because he flies around to the back after the dude in the front sees him, and he scans the cargo bay, and he's like, oh, that's my guy with 2 other guys in there. And then like 14 other dudes just come piling out of the cockpit, including Batroc, and you're just kind of like, you could have just like turned your head a good 5 degrees and seen all of that.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, like you said while we were watching it, it's like, why did they think that the fucking flying squirrel suits were going to be a good idea? He has wings!
He has wings!
And jets!
They were like, oh my God.
He actually can fly. They can glide, okay?
They were like, oh my God, we got the flying guy. What do we do? Well, we got to fly too,
Yes.
you know? That's the only way.
It's the only way we can evade this guy.
And he killed all of them.
Yeah. Every single one of those dummies
Except
who
Batroc.
thought they could go toe-to-toe with this guy in the sky.
He killed
Died.
them all.
He killed them all.
Except for the one guy that he pulled his parachute. But otherwise,
Who knows?
who knows?
What kind of damage that guy had sustained when he was like, I can't even reach my parachute. Both my shoulders are broken. So he's just sort of flying with his arms limp. He's got the parachute. He's like, I can't catch myself. And he just
Sam just goes, goes out of his way.
And then he just like shoots so many of them with rockets, and the thing just explodes into a fireball. There's not a single piece of actual helicopter that you can discern. These people are vaporized,
Destroyed.
Absolutely.
And let me be very clear. I loved this sequence.
Oh, yeah.
This was maybe one of the dopest Marvel things
It
I've ever
was.
seen.
It was so cool.
Like I
but
said,
it was just
they
that
figured out
these
Falcon.
are heroes, but he is killing people with not
Reckless abandon.
even extreme prejudice, but yes, reckless abandon. He's just like, oh, I'm going to follow these rockets around and loop them right through you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I see an opportunity to do this, and I'm not going to miss
Nope.
it.
And
Then Batroc gets away, but he saves the soldier, flies down.
If, at the very least, Batroc has at least 2nd-degree burns.
Very much so, yeah. He's definitely in big trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble. Did Batroc get away, or am I just saying that?
No, or at least he got out of the helicopter, and the fireball did consume him, but it was in the Marvel way that it's like, if you see them like exiting whatever explodes, they survive.
They survive, yeah.
You know?
mean, come on. Keep him around. Have some fun with it. He kicks. He's the kangaroo kicker. Yeah.
You think about, well, can't really say it. Hulk's invincible because, like, him on the jet, it explodes. He goes flying.
True. So then Falcon goes. He returns the soldier. He's getting coffee with the fellow soldier.
With the guy who was driving on the ground with binoculars, looking up at him and just being like, "Whoa, dude!"
And he's
like,
yeah!
That guy was all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like, dude, are you fucking seeing us?
Can you believe
He's
this?
that Joe Rogan meme where he's like, "Oh shit." whoa, the whole time. And then they're getting coffee, and then he brings up that ridiculous moon theory.
Yeah, God, stupid. This guy doesn't know where the fuck Cap is. Keep it that way,
Yeah,
bro.
but he redeems himself by bringing up this flag smasher fucking organization that you're just like,
So as
that's
we've
Zemo.
mentioned, the world has changed since the blip, but during the blip, there were
People liked
no
lawless
borders.
anarchy.
That's
liked
human nature.
They liked a smaller population with less police available to stop the crimes. They wanted it to go back to Purge world.
That's exactly right. I
That's
mean,
why they had Purge masks.
there were whales in the Hudson. I mean, come on, it was a better world. And
If you're trying to make me feel better, I'm going to throw this peanut butter sandwich at your head, Jack.
Give me a break.
So then they.
That would be a great response. Like someone is actually like trying to be nice. It's like, if you're trying to make me feel better, I'm going to throw this peanut butter sandwich at your head. It's like, what peanut butter sandwich? Like, exactly.
Exactly.
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't get it, okay? It's because you don't listen.
I'm trying to, but you're threatening me with a peanut butter sandwich. Like, what?
So you're gonna throw it at my head?
I think you should get professional help. I tried as a friend, but it's not working
It's
out.
too much work, and that's just the truth of the situation.
Completely out of my wheelhouse.
So Sam is talking to this guy, and they brought the borders back, but that's not what the bad guys want. Okay, they don't want any of this national pride. They don't want any of these flags. You wear a flag on your chest and think you fight the battle of the nations.
Well, I don't remember that quote, but
Evidently not.
Zemo and Red Skull.
Zemo and Red Skull, baby.
You might as well call him Purple Mask because they're pretty much the same guy.
I mean, they got like the identical face right now.
That's what I'm saying. And yeah, like you said, this screams Zemo. It's not good and clearly going to be the bad guys of the show.
Right.
I love it. Quick
And-
setup, nice and easy.
Yeah, and then the one dude, because, well, that was the thing real quick, because they're in like, someplace next to Libya. I don't know my geography too well, but Batroc said to the guy he was trying to rescue, he's like, yeah, once we get to the border, he's not going to follow us. I'm like, what world has an Avenger been stopped by borders?
And
All right.
as we mentioned, Sam was by far the most against the Sokovia Accords, which
Right.
put those kinds of restrictions on them. He's like, fuck that. I'm blowing up that helicopter.
Yeah, he would have saved that guy on the other side of the border, and they would have like chastised him. He's like, "Did you want him or not?"
I could have let him die. I mean, if that's what you wanted, I don't know. Yeah.
I flew over an invisible line. Oh, big problem.
Well, I was killing dozens of terrorists.
Yeah, and the guy thanked him for bringing his wife back.
Yeah.
Or, I guess from the blip.
Yep, and he can speak Arabic.
Yeah, he can speak Arabic.
Nice little
And
character moment.
His stupid ass moon-headed buddy over there with his fucking camera, just recording everything. Like, this is the era of TikTok, and they have to shove it up Marvel's butt, apparently. Because China runs the thing, and they're like, you better put TikTok in it if you want funding.
What are Marvel TikToks though? It's just a guy recording Sam Wilson eating. That's all it really is.
Yeah. Or an accountant taking selfies.
Yep, exactly. So the modern day influence is really bleeding into Marvel.
Yes.
But it makes it more realistic. So then we move from that scene. Anything else was, he's got to go to Washington, D.C. And he says, why? And he says, moon stuff. And I'm like, Sam, don't feed into this guy's bullshit. You know that's not true.
He's going to run with it, and he's going to run with it so hard that QAnon can't even catch up.
Yeah, pretty soon we're going to have people going to stealing Tony's suits. Maybe that's what the people stealing his suits is going to be all about. They're all stealing it to go to the moon to find out if Captain America's up there.
Cap!
We're looking for you.
Captain America!
And then War Machine just lands on the moon and just mows them all down. That's what you get for stealing my friend's stuff.
Welcome to the dance floor, boys. I want that sound drop so bad, man.
And I don't think it would be as funny as it is to us if it hadn't just vanished from existence.
Exactly. It's complete myth and legend at this point.
Joss Whedon put out that trailer for Age of Ultron with fucking Colonel Rhodes mowing an Ultron bot down going, welcome to the dance floor, boys. He saw that. He went, we got to get this out of here. Okay. Why? I just need it.
I went such a deep dive trying to find it so I could put it on the board, man. And I couldn't find it, but I was confirmed that we're not insane. We didn't make this up because on Reddit, someone mentioned it. Could not find the trailer to save my life. I literally sat through every single trailer of Age of Ultron because on YouTube there's a compilation in chronological order of all the trailers
Jesus.
from the MCU. Not in there. It was a TV spot. It was like one of those 10-second TV spots.
Right.
What
I
are the days for,
remember.
boys?
It was like to hype up that War Machine was going to be in the movie, but he really wasn't in the movie. You know
No.
what I mean? Like he shows up, he shoots.
He
some
was in it
things.
for a joke at the beginning,
Yep.
and then at the end, where he's just like, "Now this is a War Machine story." He's like,
I mean, it's fun to see him and Tony fly. Anytime,
Yeah.
anytime that's great.
anytime you see two Iron Men
It's great. It's good stuff.
doing their formations,
That's right,
like
which-
Tony and Pepper.
You know, speaking of the aforementioned Colonel James Rhodes, aka Don Cheadle,
He appears in this next scene.
he sure does. Sam comes in, he says, "Hey, Cap gave me the shield," and I said, "It belongs to somebody else." He throws that line out there, puts it away into a glass case.
And then
Says-
they just stick it in a fucking museum
Mhm.
next to
Uniform.
from the first Avenger.
That's right. That's right. Walk around that exhibit in the Air and Space
I
Museum.
mean, they start off by showing
Uniform.
from the Avengers, and then
Uniform.
from the first Avenger, and then nothing in between.
No.
They don't show Winter Soldier,
Right.
Stealth Suit. They don't show
The
Age of Ultron. They don't show anything after that.
They
It's
don't
just
show the
like
Wakanda
really
suit.
showing some dedication to your captain there,
That's-
Smithsonian. And also, he already had an exhibit at the Smithsonian. So like, what's the deal with this like breaking ground shit?
Right. I saw one that was like the Vanished. Like that was like a sign in the museum, and it was like just a list of people. And I thought that was interesting because I was like, "Isn't everybody back?" So
Yeah.
what does that mean? Does that mean like just a bunch of people didn't come back? How fucked up is that?
Or, well, I mean that's the whole thing with who said that their wife faked being blipped?
Oh, Martin Starr.
Yeah,
in
that's
Spider-Man.
right. His wife faked being blipped.
Right.
Those are the vanished. No, I think it's really just anybody who did disappear. You still get a credit.
You get credit for being gone for 5 years.
You get a credit for being in a stasis basically for 5 years. Everyone else in the world got older.
That's why Sam went there, not to deliver the shield, to look at his name on the Vanished display.
How many spouses do you think came back, saw their significant other 5 years older, and they're just like,
Oh boy,
you hit your expiration date pretty quick.
I don't know how to tell you this.
You're a grandma now.
Does this create a society though, where now we have only blipped people hanging out with blip people and non-blip people hanging out with non-blip people, and all of a sudden we're separated and we can never come back again, and we're more divided than we've ever
Okay,
been?
somebody's got to sit down and make the rules of the blip.
That's what I'm saying.
We need a visual. We don't need this vague shit like that Brad kid. He's just like, what has he just been sitting at home for 5 years? He's like, I guess I'm going back to high school.
Yep, time to hang out with everybody.
What?
You
'Cause-
never know.
And that's the thing too. He would actually be 21
That's true.
in that movie. Like
That's true.
he could be drinking on the plane.
Yeah, why is he in high school still then? He must be
Yeah.
the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
Even though he was in the math thing.
I know, right? Exactly.
So many conflicting stuff.
So
much vagary that they're just like, we can get the story out without being
Exactly.
too detailed about it.
I was gonna
we can
say.
be vague.
And yet phenomenal content.
Because they did it with Monica
Mhm.
in Vision, WandaVision.
WandaVision. That's right. Which again played. It was a very, very fun little aspect to have in there. It's just fun to hear about the blip now. And just what people have been doing and whatnot, or people that were gone, the consequences. I'm sure they're going to dive into this more.
Yeah.
Like I am certain this will lead us down a path. They probably don't even know it quite yet, or maybe they're just figuring out what they want to do with this.
What if that's what they use Eternals for? They don't give a shit about the actual characters. They're just like, we just need this as a world building movie.
Yeah,
Just to
this-
show where everyone's at.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see what they do with that. It's
I
gonna be
can't
crazy.
wait to see Sexy Command Gianni in action.
I know. This has been such a buildup for so long.
I know.
And that he got ripped like 2 years ago now.
We've gotten a teaser for fucking Spider-Man before we got that, and this is supposed to come out way before Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, this was to be out in November of last year. If
Yeah.
the world hadn't imploded, but
And isn't it now like August?
I
Or is it
think
another holiday movie?
So I think it's in August. Maybe it's in November or
Eh.
October or a time later in the
November.
year. But so we have Falcon going to drop the shield off. He's talking to Donnie Cheeds. Let's see. Hey, the War Machine mentions, I'll be seeing you. He'll be around.
So that means He's gonna be back.
He's gonna be back.
Yeah.
We're getting Donnie Cheats all up in this. What if he's just like in every other thing now? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it goes from him being like the guy that was in the Iron Man movies to the guy that's in every. It's
Yeah.
him and Paul Bettany fighting to be the one who is in the most MCU properties.
Oh my God, yes. Because he's one behind him because
Which-
of Iron Man 1.
And
And
Paul
the
Bettany
Avengers.
broke his legs in this, so
Yeah.
that's another thing to keep in mind.
True.
There's a serious rivalry going on between Paul Bettany and Don Cheadle that nobody is aware of right now.
Yeah. And
Uh,
so he's just like, how are your legs, James?
What if
Really? You're going to ask me that question?
The-
Really, Vision? You're going to ask me
the
that question?
Vision shows up and just starts just grilling him about the thing? He's like, "Do you think you deserved it?" And he's like, "No, I what? I was trying to hold up the accords that you told me to sign."
Does this hurt?
Ah!
Ow, it does, yes.
I can't wait to see what they do with the Vision.
The Vision.
But
I just love that he's just basically Vision gives or Wanda's Vision, pushes his thumb to his head and gives him all his memories, and he's like, "Okay, I'm Vision," and he pieces out. Basically, the answer to the question, like, where'd he go? Is like to the following property, to whatever comes next.
to the next movie, that's what he does. He just bounces, boom, 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 boom.
Oh my
He's gonna
God.
fight Doctor Strange, bro. It's gonna be dope. Okay, it's gonna be crazy. He's
Now,
gonna be.
that's a fight you didn't expect to see.
Here's what's gonna happen in Doctor Strange 2. Sorry, Falcon Winter Soldier fans. I just gotta say it. Okay, Mordo's gonna come in. He's gonna be like, "No more magic. This Scarlet Witch has got a lot of magic. I'm gonna stop her." He's gonna pull it, and then she's gonna get super strong. And then Doctor Strange gonna be tracking Mordo, and then they're all gonna run into each other. He's gonna be like, "Wanda, you're too dangerous. You gotta stop." And the Vision's gonna come down and be like, "Whoa, what's going on? This is my love. Don't you touch her!" And he's gonna shoot Doctor Strange with his head, and then it's gonna be a thing.
Yep.
100%.
The Doctor Strange is going to get vaporized right there.
They kill him halfway through his movie.
Why not?
Why not? It's Marvel can do whatever they want now. They've earned it.
They can throw as many curveballs as they want or copy themselves as much as they want.
Yeah.
Literally, Ant-Man is a straight up carbon copy of Iron Man.
I love how I don't know, people even Marvel quote unquote let people down with WandaVision because of all the things that they promised, but they really didn't promise anybody. And I love how within 3 days, everybody was pretty much just like, "Yeah, we kind of overreacted on that one." Oh, we definitely took that one, myself included.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, that's the point.
I know.
That's why you get into this.
But it seemed like it always seemed like targeted at the fans. It's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna make theories.
You're gonna make. You want to think
You're
things are
gonna pay for
happen?
making those theories. Do you think you're smarter than the writers? You think you're smarter than the writers?"
It's easy to think of these things after we've already made the whole fucking thing. Think about
Exactly.
conceptualizing it, creating it, and then seeing the opportunities. That's what you're doing.
We went into this thing as a total head fuck, and we fucked your heads in more than one way. With the show itself, and with everything you guys thought you were thinking was
That's
gonna
right.
happen.
All for a boner joke.
All for a boner joke.
I saw that. I think I sent it to you. It's Thanos, and he's like, "All that for a boner joke."
I sent that to you.
You sent that to me?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I sent it to somebody else.
Yes. Don't you tell me that you showed me that.
I think I get all my memes from you, to be fully honest.
To be fully honest, now that you're back on Instagram, the floodgates are back open, buddy. Because I'm not going to screenshot and send it over text anymore.
That makes sense. It makes
And
sense.
you've missed out on a lot of memes.
Yeah, it's hey, I'm back right at the right time. So
Fair enough.
we bounced to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
What?
What's Bucky doing?
He's killing people as the Winter Soldier, bro.
It's a flashback.
With
It's a
some
flashback.
incredibly dope action.
And, yeah, he-
very violent. Very violent.
It's just the funny thing is when he flips over that railing, it looked like such a non-graceful dismount that I would have not been surprised if he just face planted on the stairs below.
That would be
Like, it was
such
just
a way to
really-
undercut the scene.
Boom, boom, and then they all just start laughing, and he gets up and slashes all their throats in one move.
That would have been pretty dope.
That would have been cool.
I would have been into that. So he's in there, he's killing people. We don't even know who these people are, really.
We
you know?
don't care.
We don't care. It doesn't
Enemies of
matter.
Hydra for
That's
some
right.
reason.
Takes a guy, beats him into another room, kills him. There's a young fella who is witnessing
Young
this.
Japanese guy.
Young Japanese kid who's seeing this happen, and he's like, "Listen, I didn't see anything." He can't figure out the keyhole.
Yeah, he's like trying to get the keys. He's like, "Hey man, I'm clocked
He's,
out.
Listen, I'm just shaking right now. I mean, you're kind of scary. I don't want any trouble, you know.
Hey man, I'm trying to get to happy hour.
That's right.
It's Friday."
And the old Winter Soldier comes up, whips out a nice shiny pistola,
And just paints the fucking door with that guy's brains.
throws in a little Hail Hydra in there to remind you that this guy's fucked up. And then he wakes up, and it's Bucky with a haircut.
Wait, thought he said Hail Hydra to the guy he killed before that guy.
Yeah, he said it at some point. I don't.
He
remember.
did say Hail
you know,
Hydra.
he said Hail Hydra. We're like, shit, what's going on?
He wakes up in a very nice apartment, sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, watching soccer.
It's like, honestly, I feel like, because that's the thing with soldiers is like, well, we got used to sleeping on the ground over there. So, like Cap said,
Yeah.
in bed that I lay in, it feels like I'm just going to sink into it like a marshmallow.
Yep, exactly.
But
Sam gets it.
yeah, but I was like thinking, well, Bucky never slept on the ground, okay? I feel like he would have felt more comfortable in the fridge.
I was about to say, Bucky needs to get himself a giant freezer and just go in
Get
there.
a cryo chamber, and then just sleep in there.
Yeah, he's in there for months at a time.
He forgot to set the alarm.
Oh, Bucky.
He's just like, ugh.
Oh.
Wow, that was real restful. Like, Bucky, it's been another 5 years.
What?
What? Oh, fuck it. Time doesn't mean anything anymore. I'm 111 now.
It's all true.
Yeah,
This is all
but
going to be happening to
then he
Bucky.
goes to the therapist, and I really did not care for this therapist.
She was aggressive.
She
with
was
it,
very
yeah.
confrontational, and it's like, yeah, sure, he was smart alecky for like 2 answers, but she has no reason to garner this hostility unless he murdered someone of her,
Exactly.
thing. Because I guess she was a soldier too. She was like, I can relate. This sucks. And
Right.
being alone, you shouldn't be alone.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm not going to be hanging out with who's going to be my best friend.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's sending me texts. He's being weird, okay?
Yeah. Who texts?
He's being too needy, okay? I don't even know.
He's not even sending me memes. He's sending me paragraphs. What bro sends a bro a paragraph?
He's spelling out all the words. I don't like
Perfect
this.
punctuation.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I don't want
It
this.
was a little too much, Sam. Like,
Yikes. I mean, we're not like there. We both know Cap. That's cool, but like,
it's like we're co-workers at best.
I've told you I hate you multiple times.
Workplace acquaintances. Work proximity
We've been webbed up
acquaintances.
together. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. You told me you straight up hate me.
Yeah, 100%. Multiple times.
Yeah.
Anyway, logistics aside, I think we know what's going to happen in this story.
They are gonna fall in a mad bromance.
Let's just say he's going to text him back. That's all we're going to say. So yeah, he's sitting there. He apparently is making amends for being the Winter Soldier as part of his pardon. For
yeah, it's
everything
like
he did.
the thing that's funny about that is like him making those amends is hilarious because it's like it's a 12-step program. Like he was addicted to killing.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's just once I killed, I just had to kill again. Just keep killing and killing and killing.
And
And I hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, he definitely
I
broke.
ruined my life.
He broke that one guy's neck when he was telling the story. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't hurt anybody," and he punches the guy. I'm like, "He killed."
Oh
the
yeah,
guy.
no, or at least he fractured the orbital bone real hard.
He punched him with the metal arm.
Yeah, with holding a gun. He pistol whipped him with the vibranium arm, which I would think is stronger than his even superhuman strength.
Undoubtedly.
And he clocked the dude, and he's just like, "I'm no longer the Winter Soldier. I'm just making my amends. You're under arrest, bitch."
Hey, it's cool. I like it. Let's get Bucky on the good side again. You know.
I was so hoping that he'd wreck that car.
Yeah, me too.
Like, but nobody can get hurt.
No.
And so he's done with that, and then he goes and he hangs out with his real friend,
Yeah.
this Yuri guy,
Yeah.
this old Japanese guy.
What is he getting like harassed or mugged by this weird, unique fella?
The guy was going through his trash
Oh,
and being
okay.
an old curmudgeon. He's like, "Hey, get out of my trash!" Because I would think the mindset of a curmudgeon who is worried about that kind of thing is just like, "Hey, don't go through my trash." It's like, what's in there that you think is valuable? I may want it back.
Right.
What could you think is possibly valuable?
Huh?
Why'd I throw it away?
Yeah.
Give it back.
What's any business
Hey,
of
that's
yours?
still mine. Even though it's on the curb, until it's in the truck, it's mine.
Life is weird, man. Life is weird in big cities.
Yeah.
So, Bucky steps in, says, "Hey, it's my buddy. Let's go. Let's go get some sushi,
And he's like, no, go fuck yourself. And he's like, okay, I'll buy. And he's like, okay, cool.
Cool. They go to the sushi place. He makes things awkward. He tells the lady that's making the sushi that Bucky wants to go out with her. And he says, "Hey, this is a dance, okay? And I haven't danced in forever,
Yeah.
like since 1943 or whatever he says."
Yeah.
And that happens. And then Yuri goes on to explain about how his son died,
Yeah, because he got triggered by a certain piece of sushi she was making. And he got triggered, and he told him that, you know, the way they said it is like he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I don't know. And then that clicked. I'm like, oh, Buck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, turns out Bucky splattered this kid's brains all over the wall.
And he's become friends with this guy, and he just can't bring himself to make the amends.
Yeah, could you? You know, I mean,
Well, basically, it's all Bucky has is this
I know,
Yuri
it's
guy.
true,
That's
yeah.
like so sad.
mm-hmm.
Ah,
Text Sam.
yeah, hit Sam up and just be like, "Yo, Yuri, I killed your kid. I'm out.
I'm out. I got a new friend.
I hang out with black people now, so I'm cool."
It's 2023. I mean, Bucky definitely.
It's 2023. What do you think happened to like the woke movement in that 5 years?
I want to give Bucky some credit. Okay, this is a man from the 1940s who is hanging out with every single race of person. He seems to have no prejudice against anybody. Bucky's a woke motherfucker.
Well,
okay?
I mean, he was hanging out with the Howlin' Commandos, which was a diverse group.
Very much.
Because we were making the joke as like, you know, Cap is a man out of time. And he just wakes up in 2012, and then Sam Jackson's the first one to say anything to him. You know, if he was of the time and he wasn't as progressive in the first Avenger, he would have been like, "What the fuck did you just say to me, boy?" Like, that's how that would have started.
10, yeah.
He would have taken it to 10. But it's Marvel.
It's exactly, you know. That's
Well, honestly, Marvel was woke before woke. They made Black Panther before the Black Panther Party was made.
That's right. And like the Howling Commandos are from the old comics. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's not like in, 1990 they
I'm
were
from
like
Fresno, Ace.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's one of those things where it's like I think Marvel has pushed diversity for as long as they've existed. You know, as long as I've seen Marvel artwork, there's different people of different, races and
Well, I mean,
religions and
the
backgrounds.
entire point of the X-Men was to, give power to or at least voices to the voiceless as far
Right.
as like fringe groups,
Right.
whether you're gay or, trans is cross-dresser or even minorities, you can
Mhm.
relate to the X-Men.
Right. The mutants.
Yeah.
The
And that's why probably
outcasts.
I could see a lot of white people being like, fuck X-Men, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of
Ugh.
those.
I'm on the side of the humans, man. Ugh.
they have things under control.
Ugh.
Oh my god. It's
They have
ridiculous.
too many women in power.
Hey, I'm telling you what, man, we're doing it. We're making the right steps, and Bucky's starting that trend.
yeah.
He's the guy.
He's so progressive. And honestly, he didn't see color when he was murdering those people all
Never.
those years as the Winter Soldier.
A person is a person to Bucky. He's
Yeah.
either going to hang out with you or he's going to kill you. That's all he's going to do. That's all he knows how to do.
God, that would be just such a hilarious, fucked up alternate is like non-PC Bucky and Cap.
Oh god,
Just running around.
the world I don't think could handle
And
this.
it's like not even that they're just like prejudiced or anything. It's like Black Panther being like, "You kill me." He's like, "I didn't kill your father." He's just like, "Then why'd you run?" It's like, "Because I'm scared of you people." Like even something soft like that.
Just throw that in there.
Like it could just be like the urban community.
Yeah.
Even just like soft language like that.
And everybody else is like, "What are you guys talking about?
It's like, what is this?
What is wrong
Who
with you
this
people?"
for? What audience is liking this?
You want to be a part of this world? Get with the program, okay?
it's the ignorant crowd. That's who enjoys
is.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, Captain America is for the Proud Boys. That would be the
Oh my
subtitle of the movie.
QAnon is Captain America. Steve Rogers. Pizza Gate.
That's all he.
Adrenochrome. They're eating kids.
That's what Steve's up to.
Yeah.
Found the internet. That was super helpful.
That was super helpful. I started a page called QAnon where I'm just dumping a lot of the truth.
I came up with this cool phrase, Pizzagate. I just want to see if it catches on.
I mean, there's a pedophile ring. Could be in pizza shops. I don't know.
We're in DC. We see this shit. Okay. Yeah. Come on.
I mean, we see kids going to pizza shops. And then I go somewhere else. I didn't see them come out of the
I
pizza
didn't
shop.
see it,
They could still be there.
It's
like,
happening.
Steve, there's aliens invading right now.
Yeah, the only
It's
person
like from the southern border? No! Steve! Bad! From the sky, stupid!
Stupid. The only person who makes more outrageous conspiracy theories than that guy that hangs out with Sam is Captain
It's
America.
Captain
himself.
America. You got Moon Guy over there. Then you got Steve stirring up all the alt-right people.
That would, that would be something. I mean,
He actually was corrupted by Hydra.
yeah, exactly. This was their plan all along. This has been a documentary, not a film series.
Not a film series. This has been exposing.
Exactly. So Bucky's got to say bye, and then we cut back to Sam. He's in Louisiana. He likes boats, And as we talked about again,
He likes one boat.
he likes one boat very, very much. And he loves his family. It seems strange to think what Sam must be like at this point. Clearly, a super close family man. Loves his sister. Loves being around the fam. Loves the family boat.
He definitely turned up the charm a bit around those other people at the dock.
Right.
But then with his sister, he's just like, come on, sis. And she's like, I've been here for 5 years, dickhead.
And you're out fighting aliens and monsters, as she says,
And I can't get a loan to save our house. We're going to have to sell the house that we grew up in and the boat.
Yep.
And he's just like, no.
Doesn't make any sense. Wait, whoa.
Like, hey, I'm never here. So I care deeply about this stuff. I'm never in here, Louisiana. I don't live in that house.
I don't live
and
there.
I care very deeply about it.
We need to fix this right now.
Yeah.
So that I can leave again. We need to fix this right now because I got to go.
Jack, play out the scenario of what you thought would have happened if, Sam took him down to Louisiana to show him home. And he's just like, no, this boat.
Yeah.
This boat means the world to me.
This is where we're playing with. We're not playing with alternate dimension Cap. We're not playing with QAnon Cap.
Yeah.
We're playing
Cap.
with normal MCU Steve Rogers hanging out with Sam Wilson. And let's say it's like kind of anytime post Winter Soldier, right? Before they become outlaws, And Sam's like, Steve, I gotta show you where I'm from. It means the world to me. And Steve's like, sure, where is it? Louisiana. We own a boat. I'm from Brooklyn. It doesn't really interest me. No, seriously, come on. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Like, yeah, because the number one thing you think of when you think Brooklyn is boats.
Yeah. And fine, whatever. I guess Bucky's gone. Fine. All right.
Sam, let me put it to you this way. Would you ever invite your boss over for dinner? But you're not my boss. Like, am I, though?
I mean,
I
wear the...
Would you...
uniform.
It's like... Is Batman Robin's boss?
I mean, these are the questions that have to be asked. And then Sam's like, absolutely not. They don't need to be asked. We are a good tag team. I mean, come on. Did you see us fly around on the things? And just come to Louisiana with me. Please. Just come. I want to show you where I'm from. You're my best friend. I want this to...
But like the jazz music.
The jazz is great. I'm going to teach you to love jazz. Come on.
Oh, but like the humidity.
No, we're going. Cut to them in Louisiana. They're on the boat. And
the Cap's just standing there with his hands in his pockets, thumbs out, and his belt loops. And he's just like, so this is the boat you were all excited about.
Yeah, wow. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty boat-like.
Come on, Steve. Isn't this great? We can go sailing. We can hang out. We can do whatever we want on this. This is our boat. I mean, this is my family's boat.
I mean, I'm not really good at like the Instabook, but you could have just showed me a photograph on there. Would have done it plenty of justice.
I've seen boats before. Okay.
I've been on a flying boat.
Just the most condescending, just like Steve Rogers at a moment where he does not want to be
He
somewhere.
just absolutely is just like not interested.
No, he doesn't care. And Steve and Sam's like,
this is the one thing that defines me. It's just like,
he's like,
you should have kept it to yourself.
He's like, you're a great soldier. You're one of the only human beings that can fly. That's great.
And you were my best friend until I realized my best friend was alive.
You're my best friend.
You were a great placeholder.
You're my best friend for 12 days, or for 12 hours.
You were a great placeholder. Thank you.
You're my second best friend. Because of the whole thing with Tony. That's cool.
It's like, but I'm the A Squad Avengers. You're the B Squad Avengers. Like, if you were in the original slate, maybe we'd hang out more.
Learn how to get the cap kicks.
I get lunch with Thor.
Yeah.
I don't get lunch with Black Widow, if you know what I mean.
I guess that's fair.
Actually, no, it should have been Hawkeye. I don't get lunch with Hawkeye, if you know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying.
He was mind controlled for the majority of our first outing.
Hey, you want to know something? I never talked to Clint. Ever.
Honestly, I forget about Clint.
I forget about him
a lot.
And he's just there.
Every time he shows up, Like, when they suggested that I get him for Civil War, dude, I was like, oh,
The archer? Who's using a bow and arrow?
is that going to help us?
I guess. I don't know. I guess if they explode.
Well, actually, no, call him. Call him. We can exploit his weird whatever relationship with Wanda. She'll leave the Avengers facility with him.
Yeah.
Not me.
I guess. Jeez.
Ugh.
Fucking Clint.
No, I feel like she still has like a bugaboo with me because if she didn't save me, you know, all those people would still be alive.
It's true. It's true.
People wouldn't be like, yeah,
Yeah. Shit.
my bad.
It's interesting you say that, and I'm like, oh yeah, all these characters that have shows were all in Civil War.
Mhm.
I feel like that's an important thing to note because Civil War really kind of developed Bucky and Sam's relationship and Wanda and Vision's relationship and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
100%.
Oh, the Russos set everything in
The
motion.
Russos.
This is
that
the
was
Russos
thing.
universe.
It's the Russo show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was the thing was, Joss Whedon, like, they got him for the Avengers for obvious reasons.
Right.
He was the nerd extraordinaire. And he did a great job doing it, what that movie was. And then Avengers Age of Ultron, it just seemed like he was just like, let's just do it again, but with Ultron. Because otherwise, why would you make Ultron jokey
Right.
unless you were trying to make him like Loki?
Yep, exactly.
Because Loki's been jokey and people liked Loki. And so he's like, well, we got to make Ultron have a personality. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You got to
Guess
make him
what?
scary by having no personality.
Loki rhymes with jokey, so it works.
It's got a
Ultron does
mischief.
not rhyme with jokey.
What is mischief but a big old joke?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And what is Ultron?
Loki's hands down the funniest motherfucker in the MCU.
Loki's the funniest, man.
Just purely by being the god of mischief. Those jokes, all those jokes, like attacking New York, hilarious. Taking over Asgard as Odin, hilarious.
So funny. This guy's got it.
Pretending to die, hilarious. Working for Thanos, hilarious. These were all just very well-crafted jokes. The Impractical Jokers couldn't even come up with something that good. Fuck you, Sal Volcano. Loki's the real Impractical Joker. I'm kidding. I love Sal. Just work myself up into heartburn.
I was going to say, I mean, this is an impassioned speech. But I love it.
I really worked myself into a burn, buddy.
Happens, my friend. But yeah, so then what happens? Where were we? We were the boat and the stuff, and they're gonna go to the bank. They're gonna get things taken care of. Cut back to Bucky.
Yeah, he's on the date.
Bucky's on the date with Sushi Lady. How nice, you know?
And she's like,
He's drinking a lot, by the way. He and her both are drinking a lot. 3 beers. I mean, come on. This is not Marvel movie stuff. Usually it's 1 beer that they're sipping slowly.
wait, I thought 3 beers counted as 1 drink.
I mean, not in the MCU, bro. Okay? Kids are watching this shit.
And also, why is he drinking? He has the super serum in him. He can't get drunk.
He can't get drunk. What's
Is
he
he
doing?
just drinking beer for the taste?
These are excellent questions. Much like the girl on the date asked him, hey, why are you wearing gloves? What?
Poor circulation.
Poor circulation.
He's like, have you been dating much since you came back? He's like, nah, I've tried that whole online dating thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Apparently,
People
Bucky does not like that. No.
He does not like people with tiger pictures.
Nope.
He's very much against what these people who were getting pictures with tigers.
Yeah. Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
The Winter Soldier's coming.
Winter
for ya.
Soldier's coming.
Just Sebastian Stan goes.
Just shows up and he's just like, who the hell are you? No, yeah. He just takes the metal arm. Like a piston.
I saw a documentary on Netflix. Cut to that, him beating the shit out of Joe Exotic.
Yeah, some people were really into this documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never
Yeah, but like while he's silent, it's just like cuts to bloody Joe Exotic. You see Jeff Loeb get or what's that his last name?
I
Jeff
think so,
Loeb.
yeah.
Jeff Loeb getting his throat crushed.
That's a Marvel movie for you.
There you go.
Yep.
The Winter Soldier kills the Tiger King
Hey.
cast.
I think the world would love to see it.
I mean, he meets Saf and he's like, I feel your pain, bro.
I feel you.
I know what it's like to lose one of those. Not everybody can have one of these, though.
Nope.
You got to go to Wakanda for that.
I mean,
You got to get tight with the people over there.
yeah,
You gotta be down with the king if you know what I
they
mean.
got some dope shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
First, you gotta be chased by the king because he thought you killed his dad,
Mhm.
And then, you know, you're going to get your arm blown off by your best friend's friend?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, was friend.
Frenemy.
Before that moment. they
And
were
then
good friends.
he's got to take you in to hide you, and then he's got to give you a different arm.
That's right.
So, Saf, sorry to say, it's not for everyone.
Much as he says in the therapy scene, you know, I go from fight to fight to fight to fight. I had a little peace in Wakanda, but all I know is how to move on to the next fight.
Well, that was the thing, was when he said that, and she's just like, well, then why don't you go back to Wakanda?
Yeah.
Because that was my follow-up was like, yeah, why don't you go back to Wakanda?
I feel like he's always welcome. I feel like, the people of Wakanda have very much forgiven him because he didn't kill T'Chaka, so they have no reason to hate him. You know?
And I mean, they gave him shelter and peace
He
and
knows
a new arm.
them. He knows Shuri, you know?
Yeah.
He's
tight.
good. Yeah.
All he has to do is just be like, Wakanda forever, eat Bombay.
Hey, check it out, vibranium. You know? They'll be like, you're a cool guy.
I know you.
You're the White Wolf. Yeah, I know you. Come on in.
I forgot they called him the White Wolf.
Yeah,
And
White
they
Wolf.
never said that again.
No, I wonder if they'll throw it into this. It'll be
Where's the fight?
like how the whole build up to Scarlet Witch in WandaVision. It'll be a build up to the White Wolf, even though we've already heard him called the White Wolf. It'll be a moment where Sam will be like, "Hey, man, I got a name for you.
There's legends in the soldiers.
Fuck the Winter Soldier. Okay, I got a new name for you, the White Wolf."
It's a legend that's been passed on from army to army for centuries. It's about the White Wolf.
And then he's like, "What the fuck? Did you talk to T'Challa? Did you have a conversation with him?"
No, but you're the White Wolf. I'm the legend.
No. I am.
You're
the
dealing
White Wolf.
with chaos technology on your arm.
No. It was named
Oh,
that
no.
in Wakanda. Oh,
Camera die.
we lost video.
Oh, pause it. And we're back. And to answer your question, Jack, yes, I want to fight you. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to fight you like Hulk Hogan and Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I'm Rocky for sure, right?
No, because
What?
I'm the underdog for sure.
Nah, I'm the underdog, bro.
No.
People very much underestimate me. Okay.
No, Jack. And here's why you're not Rocky. Here's why you're not Rocky is because you only saw Rocky Balboa because his last name was Balboa and you really liked that conquistador.
I sure did. Hey, he was an explorer. That's how I was introduced to him. Okay, he was on the big picture circle of explorers during that 5th grade segment of history.
Yeah, and that's what they were called back then.
And I liked the name Balboa. I don't know why. I thought it was cool. It sounded kind of like a boa, like a boa constrictor.
100% that's why you liked it.
Yeah. Balboa. I mean, it makes sense.
The Balboa.
I like boas. Okay.
Then what's a Bal?
What the snake uses to digest the deer that it eats.
I can't check that right now, so I'm going to have to take your word for it. Actually, I can check that because I'm a snake expert. I was named after a snake. Now, back to facts.
What if Balboa literally meant the intestines of a boa?
Bowel boas.
Bowel boa.
Boa bowels.
Rocky Balboa.
Ugh.
Rocky
No,
snake feces
Jack.
Balboa.
A bowel boa is just huge shit. It's just the longest shit. The shit so long it could be considered a boa constrictor. There you go, a bowel boa. Rocky bowel boa.
Rocky the Bowel Boa Balboa.
Hey man, I'm the Italian stallion. Hey,
No, you're a giant shit, bro.
What's your fucking problem? Hey, yo, Adrian, I'm not a bowel boa.
You're
I'm
just
not
a long
piece
turd.
of shit. Mickey calls me a bum. At least call me a bum. I'm not a piece of shit.
Oh, it still makes me laugh.
Now back to Bucky Balboa.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he wears the gloves. He, he's having problems on online
And
dating.
with that date, we had to take a tangent because it was something that just crossed my mind as we were watching it. That it's like he and Captain America are men out of time, so they have to get over that hump initially socially with these women. To not just be like, hey, guy, I want to go down to the fucking dance hall and get some soda pop. That kind of shit. Like, that's what they grew up on as far as courting chicks. Like, oh, I want to go down to the Wild Fair and see what fucking Howard Stark has. So they have to get over that hump. And then on top of that, if it gets to be moving somewhere and there's like an actual relationship starting to blossom and form, eventually they're going to have to come clean about their stuff. Cap gets away with it by being like, I'm Captain America. I saved the world from aliens and robots and stuff.
Yeah.
And sure, people died along the way, but I didn't murder them. Bucky's going to have to be like,
Listen, You know, Hydra, basically the Nazis that infiltrated the most.
The Nazi
The
inside the Nazis.
Exactly. That infiltrated our most secure, agency in the entire country.
You know, that little club.
Yeah.
Those hooligans.
I worked for them.
And it wasn't a government job.
government job.
Don't think that, because if you work for the government, technically you work for Hydra. If you think about it.
Did I kill people? Oh. Well, I can't tell you no. I certainly cannot.
I can only tell you that I am no longer the Winter Soldier.
Exactly. Hey, I'm not brainwashed anymore.
No, don't come back. Come back. Don't run.
Wait, let me show you what's under the glove.
No. See. It's okay. I'm not gonna kill you. I swear to God.
I swear.
I swear to God.
I'm a cool guy. I got my hair cut.
See, I'm not the same guy.
I'm a nice guy.
I'm rehabilitated. Sure, I have a ton of PTSD. Sure, I was brainwashed.
Yeah.
Had myself pulled out and something else stuffed back in.
Yep. I've been frozen probably 14 times.
I am 106 years old. I love how he was upfront about that. She's like, you're goofy.
Right.
It's like, no, he's honest.
Again, these people, everybody in the world knows about everything, you know? So how can she just dismiss that? You know what I mean? There are people who are like 100 years old now.
Well, yeah.
Namely Bucky and Cap.
Yeah. And also, how is he not more famous? Because some dickhead in Romania spotted him with a baseball cap on. Like, come on. I mean, sure, they've had like the worst disguises of all time,
right.
But a haircut's not going to change your face.
Anything at all.
As well as a fucking blank baseball cap with aviators is not going to be more of a disguise.
Hey, it got Cap and Sam through a lot, okay?
It did, but also Marvel should have licensed at least one logo. At least one logo from a sports team. Because, I mean,
Sam's wearing an Arizona Cardinals hat, and Cap is wearing a fucking, Blue Devils hat or something like that.
Something
like a
Duke
hat.
No, he's wearing an LSU Tigers hat. He's from Louisiana, man.
I guess. But it's got to be red, though. You know what I mean? If it's going to be the Falcon.
Oh.
That's the thing. It's got to be the same color as the costume.
Jack? He's crossing state lines. He's betraying his family. He's Roll Tide Falcon, baby.
Oh, I like it. Okay, Roll Tide. I'm into it.
He's all about Bama.
He loves Bama, and Cap loves Duke.
Yep. For some reason.
Because it's blue.
But he's never been to Carolina.
Not a once.
Not a once. Not a one time.
It didn't say
he didn't even go to college. And he's a fan of college sports.
He loves March Madness. That's what Cap's into. Conspiracies and March Madness.
I have a theory about March Madness. It's a slave ring. These poor kids don't know that they're being exploited.
Yeah, they're not getting paid.
They're not getting paid.
Come on.
Like, Cap, that's not a wild theory. That's actually going on. The NCAA is a horrible organization using these people's likenesses and names to make billions of dollars a year. And nobody's doing anything about this? No, Cap, nobody's doing anything about this.
Not a bit, yeah.
It's not as big of a deal as, I don't know, aliens coming down. That's something they're going to table for later.
Yeah.
They'll put a pin in that one. The NCAA exploitation.
That one's going to take some time, okay? We can stop aliens in a day. We can't fix the NCAA's terrible policies.
We just can't. Everything in due time, Cap.
That's the way the world works.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's right. So what? Does she bring up Yuri's son and how that's devastating?
Yeah, that's all he had, and it was devastating. And it's just that's what she said was like the thing they should have done was not at least tell him what happened to him.
Exactly.
Like they could have said it was an accident.
Yeah, and
yeah, because honestly, if this was in Japan, I don't know where it was. He was speaking in English. I don't know where it was, but it's just like even then, it's just like the cops have got to have a little bit of couth instead of just being like. Yeah, it says here your son, his face, you can't recognize him. We only identified him from an identification. His face was turned inside out, essentially, by a 50 caliber shot point blank.
Yeah. We're not superheroes here, okay?
And this isn't like petty crime kind of weaponry either. This is military grade stuff.
Yeah, this was very efficiently done. Do you see the other bodies around here? Okay,
here, come on into the crime scene. See how the blood splatter over here is. That is a high caliber round that your son took to the face.
To the face, yes.
He is not coming back.
Clearly, we are dealing with someone who is so incredibly lethal.
No. I don't think you get it. Come here. See that? That's skull fragment. It's like, I get it. Stop showing me. Stop it. It's like, no, you're not getting it.
No, you don't understand.
You don't get it. Your son is dead.
Wrong place, wrong time.
I know it's part of the grieving process to say denial. He's like, I'm not denying anything. Why are you doing this to me?
That's what actually happened.
100%.
So Bucky goes, and again, he wants to atone. He wants to tell Yuri what happened, but he can't.
It's burning him up inside like my guts are right now.
Yep, and he just and much like your guts, there's just nothing we can do about it.
Yes.
You know, he goes, he sees the shrine that Yuri has made to his son, and he can't. He doesn't want to lose his friend.
So he's like, buddy, I owe you for lunch.
Yeah,
And leaves.
and he leaves, and it's awkward, but it's a real moment.
I love Yuri's reaction, just being like, fuck was that?
Okay,
Because without knowing the connection that Bucky has, he just thinks Bucky's a weird guy.
really strange. A guy that wears gloves everywhere and seems very out of touch. Yeah, that's what he thinks of him. And Yuri is old. I mean, Yuri has to be in his 80s or 90s for sure. But so then we go back to Louisiana, where Sam is trying to get a loan, trying to keep the house. You know, turns out the guy recognizes him. He says, "Hey, you LSU player?" It's like, no. I mean, what do I look like? I'm a 40-year-old man. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Do I look like a child? And so he's like, wait. He's like, oh yeah, I'm yeah. And he does the wings, you know. He does a little innuendo.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're the Falcon.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you for sure.
He had an instant fan in Accountant Jewberg.
Yeah, that guy was all about the Falcon. Got very excited, as you mentioned. TikTok the experience. Took a selfie.
Had to.
He
will be immortalized as content.
Yep. China won't have it any other way. But they asked for the loan. They seem to be in good graces. It seems to be all good. Nope, can't get a loan.
Bye.
Can't have it. You know, just because you've been gone for 5 years and have zero income. You know, we can't help you. And he's like, wait, I'm an Avenger and I couldn't exactly make any money. And he's like, can't help you.
He's just like,
and again, what an interesting point Marvel's taking. I mean, again, tiny little things doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I loved it too because his sister was totally in the right with being like, yeah, seems crazy that happens when we're here.
Yep.
And he's just like, whoa, it's not a race thing.
Hey, I mean, they're leaning into it. You know what I mean?
And I mean, yeah, I like that, but also they could have also made the dude, they could have casted someone less Jewy looking. I'm serious. Like, he looked like he was the third Weinstein brother.
Hey, actors got to work, bro. You know, and I mean, you get a
but
role.
You don't have to
question
get typecast. You don't have to put stereotypes.
Now, when you got Marvel money coming at you,
because Accountant Jewberg was real into Falcon, and then he's just like, so could I get you to take a picture with me? And he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, and he took the picture.
Oh no, but like
yes, yes.
Yeah, didn't he say like with his family or something?
Yeah.
Like, can you come get a picture with my family?
He's like, we want to help. I mean, he's a hero, but we can't do anything. And again, like the financial world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe doesn't really matter, but it's cool just to see the ramifications. Okay, everybody's influenced by this.
I know.
Think about if 3.5 billion people just popped up again after 5 years of reestablishing a system. That would fuck everything up.
Everyone's credit is bad.
Yeah. You basically have to rebuild the fact that they are not in an apocalypse right now.
Right.
Is shocking. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The nerve.
Yeah.
The absolute nerve.
So yeah, Sam ain't getting that house. He ain't getting that loan. So he goes and he's frustrated and he talks to his sister and his sister's basically like, yo, you talk a big game about being from here and part of this family, but where you at?
Honestly, I bet he could hit up Pepper. Hey, Peps.
I know. He knows.
He has so many connections with
an Avenger.
He has the highest tech shit to go on his missions for.
How does he have no money? He's an Avenger. You know what I mean? Like, even though he's gone for 5 years, they just get rid of all the money he had made? I mean, and then again,
they just deleted every bank account of every single person been blipped.
Listen, I helped beat Thanos. Oh, can you, by the way, just to help me with my house? No, we cannot do that. That is not a fair compensation.
I know it's been 5 years, but you forgot we're the banks, and we don't give a fuck.
We don't care about you. We want your money.
You pay us, or you could die, and we don't care.
We really don't. We're gonna find more money. Okay.
We're the banks.
That's the society we live in. That's the society he lives in. Yeah. Quite uncomfortable, sad scene,
Sincere bummer.
No money, no loan. No bueno.
No bueno.
Yeah. So
And then we go to TikTok buddy,
TikTok buddy
Moonhead,
sticking his TikTok phone into his TikTok pocket.
with his TikTok fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and he just walks up to this gathering where the flag smashers.
Right. That's right.
It's not anonymous.
You got to wear different masks. We're talking masks that have, they're like black hockey masks with red paint on them.
Right.
Yeah, pretty dope. They look cool. But they go and this guy's recording it. And there seems to be a big gathering and there's a text message that pops up and everybody's like, "Oh shit, it's time to go. Time to start doing our things." And basically everybody's wearing a mask in this little courtyard. And then suddenly, 2 bags fly out the window of the building that they're standing by, and a dude jumps down. All of a sudden, we got a superpowered motherfucker on our hands. Don't know who this guy is. He's got super long hair.
He's got super strong arms.
Super strong arms. And in all the chaos, hands off the bags. The TikTok guy goes to confront this gentleman. Goes to say, "Hey, you're under arrest." And this guy kicks the shit out of him.
Oh, he just absolutely picks him up, twirls him around, and flips him down.
Yep, and kicks him in the face. And again, probably caused severe brain damage to this gentleman.
The amount of TBIs and just future CTE
Yes,
that takes place in the MCU,
it's not talked about enough.
for someone who's been through his fair share of concussions, it's a little triggering for me.
Happens.
To see head trauma that just goes without consequence.
I mean, getting kicked in the head by a super soldier is a painful experience. Let's just say
blown
that
up
way.
in a helicopter.
Yeah, getting thrown into a canyon wall. These are all terrible things that we would never wish for anybody.
But
the
we're rooting for
Avengers
the
do
people
them.
doing it. We're rooting for them. We're really rooting for them. Like, we would never do that to someone.
No.
We would never want that to happen to us.
No.
But we will cheer the Avengers on with our goddamn last breath.
It looks pretty cool when they do it. I mean, let's be fully honest.
They're good at it.
They are very good
They're
at it.
really good at it.
It's very engaging cinema. I'm all about it. All about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got this guy. The camera's in the pocket though, so we caught this guy a little bit of footage of him.
A little bit of footy.
Now I don't think there was anything more with Bucky after this, because is just the next scene Sam getting the phone call from the guy. I'm trying to remember.
I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Bucky
Yeah.
might have done one more thing. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. No.
No, yeah, no.
No.
So then it was Sam talking to his sister about something family wise. And then, or no, what was he doing? He was in his room doing something. I can't remember. Fuck. But what's important is,
I can't remember either, and we just watched the shit.
yeah, and this was the end of the episode. This should be the part we remember the
The
most. So then he's doing something. We wish we could remember, but we just can't at this moment. And his sister comes in and says, "Hey, you got to see this on the TV, okay?" Turns on the telly, and he's on the phone call. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
was
this mixed up.
upstairs microwaving my nachos.
That's right. I'm getting this all mixed up. So he's in his room. He gets the call from the guy. The guy says, "I got to talk to you." Tells him about Masked Man. Says, we got some problems. We got some troubles. And Sam's like, "Yeah, this guy looks like bad news. Don't
Bad
like
news
him."
bear, if I do say so myself.
Exactly. So then, good old sister runs in and is like, "Oh my God, have you seen the TV?" And he's like, "What?" And he turned on the TV. And there's a whole hubbubaloo about how America needs a new hero. We need a new person protecting America specifically. And they're building it up. They're building it up. Sam looks like he's getting real concerned, real emotional about this. And they said, "Let's introduce you to the new Captain America." And it's Wyatt Russell wearing Captain America's suit.
And I got to tell you, take the mask off, buddy.
Your head is too big.
It accentuates a nose that I didn't even notice until this time. I watched 22 Jump Street a million times, and I did not notice, oh, yeah, he's got a bit of a honker on him. that little mini Kurt Russell.
I'm going to see if I can find his face with
the fucking and also it would just be hilarious if it happened that like we're saying, because it's like, well, they've got to get the shield. Sam has to become Captain America or Bucky or both,
right?
Switching
right.
off. This can't be Wyatt Russell's show, buddy.
No.
And so it's like, watch him just die super quick.
Yeah, I know. As soon as Zemo shows up, because we didn't get any Sharon Carter, we didn't get any Zemo. You know, we got hints. You know, we got all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, Sharon's supposed to show up. Ain't
Oh
she?
yeah, she's gonna kick some ass, man. Did you see that trailer? She fucking throws pipes at people. Yeah, it's crazy.
Some pipe throwing.
I think she threw a pipe at a guy. Yeah,
Some pipe
in
throwing.
the
Okay.
trailer, yeah.
Okay.
And
I see you, Sharon Carter.
you know, and I think once Zemo gets involved, he's probably
Yeah.
just gonna pop Wyatt Russell.
Right, because honestly, I want to just because of the way he looks in.
The uniform. The uniform.
Doesn't look good on him.
No. And I love Wyatt Russell. I think he's great. I think he has my definite favorite episode of Black Mirror. That one is where he goes into the video game. They like,
Oh, I didn't see that one.
or not video game, but it's
The VR thing.
Yeah.
I-
that
Black
one.
Mirror is such a fucking bugaboo show for me.
That one is like super fucked up, but like his reaction to it and the way he portrays it makes me laugh throughout it. But it's not a funny episode. Like it's definitely supposed to be like terrifying and whatnot, but the way he plays it makes me laugh. Anyway, I'm excited to see him in it. I think obviously, WandaVision was all about Wanda letting go of Vision, accepting her grief, yada, yada, yada. I think Sam's is going to be very much about coming into his own and accepting the shield, accepting that he is the new Captain America.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Bucky just definitely gonna
Oh yeah, Bucky's got to tell. Yeah, what's the guy's name again?
Yuri.
Yuri. He's got to tell Yuri.
yeah.
he has to.
Bucky has just gotta get over himself.
That's right.
His biggest obstacle, it's never been any army. It's never been any hit.
It's been Bucky.
Himself.
That's right.
It's always been Bucky. Always been Bucky.
Fucking guy.
I think that covers it, buddy.
Yeah, I think we hit it.
Yeah, even with the minor disruption, which wasn't that much of a disruption.
Hey, we
All
worked it
good.
out.
So, yeah, keep tuning in. This show is popping off for the
Yeah.
next 4 or 5 weeks.
That's right.
Yes, 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
And we're all excited.
Yeah, we're into it. We're
And
super
then
into it.
from there, it's going to pass off to Black Widow, right?
I
'Cause that's
believe,
in
yeah, Black
May.
Widow's next, and then Loki will be in June.
Loki.
Loki?
Loki!
The funniest of all of them.
He's the funniest Avenger.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not even a
He's not even on the Avengers, and that's the joke.
Yeah, he is.
He
a
could easily
comedic
be the
genius.
best Avenger, but he chooses not to be because he's so fucking funny. He's a slave to his craft. It's like, you don't understand a mischief theory. It's a craft.
That's why he's mad at Thor. Thor said something insulting about mischief.
It's like your little jokes. It's like, they're not jokes. They're mischief. Mischief is an art. Jokes is what you tell at a bus stop. It's like, what's a bus stop, Loki?
What?
It's what you tell at the Bifrost.
And the Bifrost. It's what you tell the Heimdall.
That's
before
what you tell at the water cooler.
I
Loki, you're not making any sense.
don't understand.
And that's the joke, Thor. You don't get the joke.
It's very confusing. I don't want to be a part of this. I hate you.
Your lack of wit insults me.
And then he goes and talks to Laufey, and everything happens.
Everything happens.
That's how it happened, ladies and
Thor
gentlemen.
just couldn't take a joke.
We're just going to show you the scenes that were not in the MCU, but are actually definitely in the MCU.
Yep, and we're just gonna play them out for you,
Yeah.
just like we were there,
This is what we call taking care of loose threads. That's what we're going to be doing here.
tying them up with a bow.
More like making more and more as we go.
we're trying to see the rope is a little frayed, and we're just unraveling
That's
it.
right. That's what we want to be.
We're not taking a lighter to melt the rope back together. We're just unraveling.
We're going to stretch this thing.
We're fraying the ends of sanity, baby. But anyway, that's it for this week's DMT Reviews. Check us out on YouTube, DMT Studios, along with DMT Don't Miss This podcast every Friday. It will be every Tuesday. And also check out the Snyder Cut episode, which dropped last Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
And it's going to be a good time for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to get wild.
It's going to get wild. But like, rate, subscribe, share. Just grow the shit out of this shit
Yeah.
because we love doing it.
And yeah, check us out on Twitch, Silverback Sasquatch 1162, Sammy B, DMT,
_DMT.
_DMT, and
Email us at dmtpcast@gmail.com and follow us now on Instagram at dmtpcast.
yeah. And then hey, check out our friends at Best Worst Cantina. They got so much dope shit. So much dope shit.
Find our podcast there and a lot of merch. We'll be selling merch there.
Mhm.
But Best Worst Cantina, where you can find everything for me, Jack, Gary, and etc.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. BestWorstCantina.com.
Yes.
BestWorstCantina.com.
BestWorstCantina.com.
Check it out.
Take it sleazy, Mayor McCheesy.
Oh, guys.
What's up? What's happening? Uniform.
It's all very exciting.
Uniform.
It's all very exciting.
Give me a break!